it's a weird thing with like this generation. And so many people I hear like people be like, "Oh, 25, I'm so old. My joints." Babe, you're just not active. All right. Let's get into it. We back for another episode. Welcome me. Okay. So, let's just get into it, right? What am I going to talk about? I'm going to talk about dating. Do I want to talk about dating? No, I don't want to talk about dating. Do I want to talk about getting older? Let's talk about life. I'm going to talk about life, y'all. Welcome back to Let's Chat with Carter. Get into it. Yeah. So, basically, and don't mind me, I got a bit of M&Ms. I shouldn't be eating this, but I'm going to eat it anyways. Basically, getting older, I don't know. There is a fear about getting older that I want to talk about that I really don't understand. So I'm just going to talk about it. And it's kind of crazy. Like I think the world is kind of getting boring. I don't know. There's like a set path that obviously is different for everyone. But it's seeming a little bit like everyone's trying to get money. I mean, that's great and all. I'm trying to get money too as well. Like I want to be like financially liberated, all that type of cute stuff. But at the same time, just the way people are going about it, I feel like no one like generally, or I haven't felt like I made really in-depth like sibling friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people who feel like, I don't know, it's just not the movies basically. I think a lot of people base them, I guess their expectations on movies a lot, especially as a kid. And I just want to dive into that whole realm. So I want to talk about growing up in America and what that means for me. And like see if like we can relate and do all those cute little things and all that type of stuff. So get into it. As I said before, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get into the good. As always on Let's Chat with Carter. Yeah. First I need to start off like how we thought when we were younger. So I think we all grew up with this idea of glorifying independence, being older, and like all that being in a relationship, all that things that come with age that we like seeked. So like relationships, having your own place, having your own job, being successful, being good at like something that you're talented in, all those type of things. Everything that we glorify in others and seek for ourselves. So with that, growing up, I wasn't the type, I was different than other people. I never really dreamed to like work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never had a dream job. I think the closest to a dream anything that I had work related was working at GameStop. I was a huge gamer when I was younger, and I would love, like, I thought the coolest thing ever was working at GameStop because you would get discounts on games. Like, that's where my my life goals as a child was to work at GameStop. Now, I have never worked at GameStop, and I am glad because yeah, that's not the life, because of money and all that type of stuff. But if you're listening to this and you work at GameStop, girl, do you? Yeah, yeah, you eat. But yeah, my ambitions definitely have changed since then. But yeah, so generally, I never had ambitions to like work in a certain field or like be a certain person. I never had that. I never had idols that I idolized that I wanted to be like. And I still don't have that to this day. I appreciate and acknowledge people for like being great people and like having a good work ethic and like having things established for themselves because that's what I appreciate and respect. But generally, I feel like I've never had like an actual goal of becoming this certain person. I just have the goal of acquiring certain things for myself that like fit my personality and my aesthetic and everything and like doing things that I love. So that's generally what I'm trying to do. I don't know how I'm going to get there. Well, I have an idea of how I'm going to get there, but obviously I don't have like a set thing where I'm like, yeah, this is going to make me get here and so and so. But yeah, so that's like as we get older, I think we all start to realize not necessarily things are unattainable, but we have to pivot a little bit because things aren't happening how we set them out to as we were younger or maybe as you are currently at this day and age. And I feel like 2023 has been that for me. I have been on a whole different path. I have completely expressed it so many times in my past episodes about that I feel like 2023 hasn't been really my year. I expressed that in my last two episodes ago with 83 days to prepare for the best year, and so on and so forth. I feel like generally I've had to like make this whole pivot for myself and try to really dive deep on what I want to see at this current moment and how I'm going to prepare for the next year, as well as who am I going to surround myself with, what events am I going to participate in to like get me to those goals. I'm trying to become more ambitious. I think I know what I want, but I'm not. I'm very lenient. I'm very go with the flow, and I'm trying to become this person who's more, a little bit more, like more put, like has a push to like actually go for that a little harder. I guess I don't know. Weirdly, I just want to get there already. So whatever that can get me there a little quicker, I'm gonna do. So yeah. Well, not anything. I have goals and morals and all that. Don't mind me. I'm like eating M&M's, which I really shouldn't be, because I'm having like bad acne, and I think chocolate messes with that. But anyways, as we get older, obviously we start realizing different things because we are aging and things are more revealed for us. We're no longer children. And I think that's more transparent as we age, and like the difference in how our friends dynamic of how we maintain and like acquire friendships, as well as like job positions, like money, how we choose to have fun and spend our time, like our free time, changes in balancing our whole life and like creating a life for ourselves that's not handed down or like scheduled by someone else dictating our lives. We are the, I guess, caretakers of ourselves. That's all part of becoming independent. And I've realized that it's not, I don't know, I haven't acquired full independence as what I would like to acquire right now. But I feel like, in a general sense, I have found autonomy on myself and what I want in friendships and relationships and where I want to be. And with that, I think 2023 has been my year of like, I don't want to use the term losing friends, but like, I guess growing apart. I've talked about it in other episodes as well without growing friends. I don't know what exactly episode that was, but I think with that, I've noticed that I've had moments where it's just like different, like the amount of times that I hang out with people. I think I only hang out with people usually like during the weekends. Like I could hang out with people during the weekdays, but I feel like I assume people are busy because like everyone has different schedules. And yeah, I think it's just different. I think this year in itself, like 20, I don't know if it's 2023 in itself or it's just being 23 and everyone growing up and everyone like venturing out into a new space. But it's been very different. And I think my goals have been set a lot more so I can have this established lifestyle I want and help others acquire their goals as well. Because I think it's really boring just get acquiring what you want to acquire, but nothing to no one to share with. I've done trips. I love to drive out to places and like do activities by myself, but it's not the same as like experiencing that with someone you want to experience it with. That goes for like anything that people are different. Some people love to do things solo. I'm not. I don't like to do things so. I will do them solo, but I don't enjoy them as much as I would enjoy them with other people. I really like enjoying things with people, and that is how I want to live my life. I love having my friends experience something that I've either experienced or experienced it with them for the first time. So yeah, that's part of my me growing up. And with me growing up, I would love to have an established core group and know that I have certain friends that I can rely on, like a good circle of people. And that's just how I've always seen my life. Like I've always lived my life like a movie, basically. Um, because I think we're all movie characters, and I feel like if you treat your life like a movie, it just becomes more whimsical and it's fun. Like no one has time for reality. Like everyone loves to escape reality. So escape your own reality by creating a fantasy for yourself. Yeah, that's my biggest advice. If you take anything from me throughout this whole podcast, my whole podcasting journey, take that advice. Live your life like a movie. That is the best way to live. No one has time for reality. Yeah. Check please, check on that. But yeah. Entirely? I don't know. I feel like getting older is just very interesting. I'm trying to like think of words and how to necessarily describe it, but it's been for me, it's been fun, but I definitely would I don't know, 20 as I said before, 2023 was not is not my year. I feel like I want to progress a little bit more. I'm progressing, but not at the stage of where I want to be. And I'm just trying to cope with that and just know that there's better going moving forward. But I just want to be there already. Like, dang. Anyways, yeah, that's a continuous rant that I don't need. But yeah, just really honing in on what is going on in life. I think so many things are changing. We all know the things that are happening with like Israel and Palestine. Um, yeah, yeah, I think that I was like, is that how you pronounce it? I was so confused for a second. But yeah, everything happening with that, the tension. I think also like the tension with America and other countries, as well as like just the upcoming election. Is anyone else feeling that? I'm starting to see TikToks on that, and like, y'all, I've been wanting to move out the country for so long. If that orange man gets reelected, bro, that's gonna light a fire up my butt. I swear. I swear. I cannot go through because that we went through that period during COVID. You know what I'm saying? Like the first two were whatever, but we majority went through that, like I think the heat of it through COVID, and that was terrible. Like on top of the Black Lives Matter stuff, but like the 20 have y'all heard of the what is it? The plan 2025 or something like that, the 2025 plan. Oh my gosh, I don't have time. Like why are so I just like I think growing up, as much as we try to fantasize all these things that we're going to have set for ourselves, I think the biggest thing, the biggest realization is that the world is really trashy. And I think as we get older, I think it's just our generation because I look at, like, I'll ask my mom or I'll ask other old, like, people in a different generation how they grew up and, like, what they had to worry about. I feel like our generation literally looks at the world as just, like, continuously collapsing, like global warming to like inflation to people just not acting like human beings really anymore. People being insensitized to a lot of things. The use of like artificial intelligence taking over. There are so many things happening currently that it's like, what is this? Like, what is going on? And I think as like we try to hold like this system of like there's better, always progress and like have a goal, set out like your dreams and do like achieve things, but at the same time it's just like dang, the world, like you look around and it's like what is going on. And I think that's why the social climate is becoming a little different, because at the same time that I want these to see these things for myself, I don't know how like the world is progressively getting worse. It's annoying. It's annoying. Like as much as we boast about being a great generation and like we're progressive, all that type of stuff, and there's always gonna be bad apples, all that type of stuff. I think I generally get tired of hearing this fear of like we're doing all these things. We're basically trying to work to reverse all the things of the people who are in power right now. I don't get it, what it is about people, especially billionaires, that they just don't care. I don't get it. Like, obviously, you don't have to be the most selfless person. You don't have to be like the greatest person. But why are you messing things up? Why do you not care about the environment at all? You just care about money and like what you're gaining. And I think growing up, that has been my entire process of growing up, is just like a whole bunch of realizations that a lot of people just don't care. And like you don't have a lot of power in this world until you gain a certain amount of status or like wealth to attain that power. And it's annoying. But I don't want to get too like deep into like the depressing stuff. I want to get on the optimistic stuff and the cute stuff and like good parts of growing up as well, because I went straight dark for a good moment. But yeah, I think getting older is fun. I think there's a lot of wisdom because like I enjoy it. Like part of what I was saying at the beginning is that a lot of people have this weird thing with age. Like they are fear of being like growing older. Obviously the fear of death is like behind, like in the back of the mind. And I think that deals with a lot of age, as well as like, like showing like physical signs of aging, with like your joints, like weight and like your face changing, all those type of alterations in your appearance. And I think a lot of people think about, as well as like the things that you get tired of doing. But I think that's just part of life because I'm already tired. I'm already darn near tired of clubbing. Like it's so interesting. It's like I'm 23 and I'm almost tired of clubbing. I love house vibes. I really do, and I'm sticking by that. At 23, I love a house vibe, so invite me to your house. I would love to host my own. That's another thing that I want to do when I grow up. I want to host my own things. I want my own space. I want my own living, like accessible for the peoples. So that's part of the goal. But yeah, age is a weird thing with like this generation. And so many people I hear, like people be like, oh, 25, I'm so old. My joints. Babe, you're just not active. They got nothing to do with your age. That got nothing to do with your age. When I tell people, so many people complain and like I don't get it. I've never had this innate fear of one death. I think it would be different if it's like presented in front of me, but I don't have this looming fear of like death. I don't really care about age. I love age. Like obviously, I think back, I'm like, dang, wow, 19 was just a minute ago, but it feels so long ago. Like that's crazy. But yeah, I don't have this innate fear of like losing out on things. I don't have FOMO. I very much do live in in what's happening currently for my life. I don't really like comparing myself to others. Obviously, I would like to see myself being like successful and having this already, but it's all part of the journey. I never really truly saw myself like those people who expect like have all these means of wealth already at a young age. Kudos to them. I am so proud of you for doing that. Trust me. But at the same time, I could not imagine like acquiring like imagine like already reaching your goals by a certain age. Now what? Like obviously you can't you haven't reached all your goals. But like I think money is such a big goal for a lot of people. Like what? Like imagine like obviously having that. And then I think a new fear is like losing that. You know? I think a lot more influencers need to talk about that cuz I haven't acquired that type of wealth. I would love to hear a documentary of like the fear of losing wealth. We all like to try to gain wealth, but I would love to hear the fear of losing like your like celebrity status and like your source of incomes, like what it means to go downhill. I think that would be a big thing because yeah, I think that would be a big thing because after you like have financial liberation, there are other things that just like pure happiness and just making sure that you live life in your everyday moment. I think everyone wants to achieve that, and we're all trying to find ways to doing that. But I think more, especially with my podcast, as I always describe it, I think I really do find who is actually there to really support you. And more so, I realize that I'm like, not everyone is there to support you. Everyone wants to be hurrah, hurrah. We all should be like good Samaritans. But I'm like, the more and more I realize people don't notice that you have the power of changing so many lives if you just actively communicate and like tell someone you want to support them and they support you. If so many people were to do that, a lot of people's lives would change, but nobody wants to do that. Everyone's me, me, me. It's an individual capitalistic mindset of America, and I don't get it. Or people just care about either themselves or the surrounding circle. You know what I mean? But I'm just trying not to skew so far away from the topic. Age. This is all part of age, so I guess it's all wrapping in there. But yeah, I want to hear some things about what you've noticed. Sorry, I'm like strictly like, I'm full on eating on this podcast. I'm so hungry. I'm like recording this. I have to cook in a minute. And I'm like, recording this, I couldn't last. I was like, I need to eat. I'm surprised to have this much energy already. It's because of this. That's why I started eating candy. Because I literally needed the energy to do this video. But anyways, this is all a part of age. So I feel like, in general sense, I just want to get on here and just be like, do y'all don't have this fear mentality that you are aging. It's the biggest thing I hear in this generation. Girl, have you seen the state of the world? Like, do you really want to live that long? That is so terrible for me to say, but I can, with the things progressing, I don't know how 2050 gonna look, and I'm still gonna be alive. Hopefully, I'm still alive. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, even with things right now, like especially with like everything that's happening in like Israel and Palestine and all that type of stuff. I'm like, how is that even still happening? It's crazy out here. There's always going to be a repeated recycle of things happening. So yeah, just enjoy what you can, do what you can to be the best person you can. Read, educate yourself, watch podcasts like you're doing. And then follow my socials. Yeah, I'm gonna like always put that in. Every episode you shall see my socials popped up because like we need to really branch out. I want to spread this and grow this platform. So help your boy, support your boy. Support your boy and show your support. Don't just like, obviously you can be supporting, but like vocalize it. Let me know. Like, are you listening to the podcast? Are you like comment down below? Like interact because I feel like that I don't know, it's just fun. I love engagement. And I'm trying to get people to use social media like, like social. like socially. Yeah, that's just like a quick little thing right there. That was my little rant right there. But I don't want to keep this video way too long. I generally just wanted to get into I'm trying to get back on track. Dang, I'm everywhere today. With everything going on, with like spooky activities, like I recently just got back into everything happening for Halloween. Like it just started last week for me. And just realizing like the changes, I feel like as we progress throughout life, you have to appreciate the little moments because I feel like no one really celebrates Halloween how they used to. I think with the increase of expenses, I don't see as many people decorate as much. People are obviously getting older. Less young people have houses these days. So I feel like with that aspect, people who do have houses obviously just get older each year. So they're gonna like not wanting to like put up decorations year after year. And yeah, it's a weird thing. And I think people the life expectancy for people has changed. So it's just weird. Like life has really I think I need someone to like to talk about this with because I need to exchange. I need to like see is anyone feeling the weirdness of how much society has changed? It just like I don't know. Cuz I tried talking to like older people in like the older generation and like how did you grow up when you were younger? I talk to my mom all the time. I'm like, what are the differences? And obviously, there's a lot of differences. But do you feel like it was as hard in the job economy, like to actually like, do you feel like the work culture is the same? But as what like I don't know, certain people are okay with the 9 to 5 work life schedule, and we're just like not on that. Like I feel like Generation Z is so not for that. Yeah, it's just weird. Growing up is so trash. Like it really is. Like it's fun new experiences, all that type of stuff, independence. I think the independence part is fun. Being autonomy, bodily autonomy, and autonomy on your own life is part of the journey. And like seeking that financial liberation and like progression and all that cute stuff. But in general, you really realize life is so ghetto and it's just so, I don't even know how to describe it. I just need to get rich, y'all. Maybe it'll be different when you're rich. Yeah. Get rich with me, y'all. How we gonna get rich? Yeah, that's my goal. That's my goal. I don't know. I don't want to like rant too much. I'm trying to just get this going because my next episode is gonna be cute. I always do a new episode on Tuesdays, so you can always catch up and pop in and listen up to your boy. But I'm not gonna keep it too long, y'all. As always, stay purposely you, and I shall see you for the next episode. Bye.